I'm going to show you how to add an ungraded Turnitin assignment to your course in Moodle. Within your course in Moodle, make sure editing is turned on. Make sure editing is turned on. At the bottom of any of the sections, you can click Add an Activity or Resource. Click All if it doesn't come up automatically, and click on Turnitin Assignment 2. Go ahead and label it. And depending on what you're using this for, you can put in a summary in here and choose whether or not to display it on the course page. Submission type, I would choose file upload to allow for formatted documents. Number of parts, whether the term depends on whether your paper has multiple drafts or if it's just a one-time submission for students. Maximum file size. Allow submissions of any file type. I would say no. I'd leave it as no. I think that will allow for normal files like Word and PDF. Display Similarity reports to students. If this is an assignment that you want to make accessible to students, go ahead and say yes. Grade display, auto refresh grade scores. Grade, we're going to make this non-graded, but you can decide to make it graded if you choose to. And then it will create a spot in the gradebook for you to enter scores. Assignment part 1, start date. I'm going to go ahead and say today is the start date. And I think I want the due date to be further ahead than the post date so that you can see results immediately. I think if the post date is after the due date, then you won't see results immediately. So check against stored student papers. So store student papers, yes, because that means that each student paper that it receives, it will store it in your course and compare each subsequent student paper to the stored papers. Check against stored student papers, check against the internet, check against journals, exclude biography, exclude quoted material, exclude small matches. And then you don't need to worry about the rest of this. Click Save and Display. The other thing I would do is I'd change this title a little bit because I don't think you'll be able to use it without having it visible. Not for grading purposes. And then click directly on it. It doesn't look like you can submit anything as an instructor. So I would try, click on your name in the top right corner and click Switch Role to, and choose Student. Yeah, and then you have the Submit Paper option. So click Submit Paper. And then you can add a paper a couple different ways. You can either click this orange button, make sure Upload a File selected, click Browse, choose a file, and then you click Upload. upload this file. We're going to drag and drop. So click Submit Paper and drag and drop your file. So you can see a little red border when it's out of bounds, and it changes to blue when it's in bounds. And once your icon appears, then the file has been completely uploaded. Click Add Submission. Oops, sorry. Make sure you add a submission title and click Add Submission. Add Submission. You'll need to accept your receipt or view your receipt. Click Close. There, I've already accepted it. There's a usage agreement you may have to accept in addition to seeing the receipt. And that's it. Can change your role back to an instructor. And so you could just leave it visible while you're using it and then hide it again. You just can't use it as a student while it's invisible. So I'm going to hide this again. So as soon as you hide this again. So as soon as you've submitted something, you can hide it again, and then you can go back in there and check to see when the Similarity report's ready. So here's my submission and the Similarity report. That should be about it. If you have other questions, please let me know.